I was scrolling through old frequencies with friends when we stumbled upon a mysterious radio signal that made our skin crawl instantly that night. At first, it was just static, but then we heard faint voices whispering in the dead of the night, sending chills down our spines slowly. We were in an abandoned warehouse on the outskirts of town, surrounded by nothing but darkness and eerie silence outside, with shadows cast faintly on the walls nearby always. The voices grew louder, and we realized they were people who had died in our town, their stories still echoing through the cold evening air slowly. My friends and I exchanged nervous glances, unsure of what to do next, as the eerie voices continued to haunt us deeply in the darkness surrounding us. Then the voices started calling us by name, their tone menacing and unsettling, making our hearts race rapidly with every eerie whisper that echoed through. We tried to shut off the old radio, but it wouldn't turn off, as if it had a mind of its own, and was determined to haunt us with static noise and distant memories. One of the ominous voices warned us that one of us would inevitably die that fateful night, sending a chilling shiver down our spines slowly. Panic set in as we frantically searched for a way to escape the dimly lit warehouse, but the rusty doors were stuck, trapping us inside with limited air. The voices grew more urgent, their warnings more dire, and we knew we had to act fast to survive the long, dark and foreboding night ahead, silently. I grabbed my phone to call for immediate help, but there was no signal, leaving us completely isolated, alone, and frightened in the dark, surrounding us slowly. We were on our own, with no clear way to escape the ominous, eerie presence that surrounded us completely, and the distant voices grew louder, slowly. My friends were terrified, and I was trying to keep them calm, but it was hard to hide my own fear and growing anxiety as the situation intensified slowly. We huddled together nervously, listening to the ominous voices, trying to make sense of their urgent warnings and the increasingly eerie atmosphere that surrounded us slowly. The voices were specific, detailing events from our troubled past, and we knew they were real, sending shivers down our spines with an unsettling, eerie familiarity slowly. We tried to flee, but the doors were stuck fast, and we were trapped, with no clear way to escape the imminent danger that surrounded us completely now suddenly. The air was thick with tension as we waited for something dramatic to happen suddenly, our hearts racing rapidly with great anticipation and growing unease inside. Suddenly a loud bang echoed through the old, dimly lit warehouse, and we jumped, our nerves on edge, frayed, and our hearts racing with a mix of fear and anticipation now. It was just a pipe bursting loudly, but it felt like a death knell echoing through the corridors, and we were on extremely high alert suddenly tonight. We knew we had to get out quickly, but the ominous voices were warning us away, their cryptic tone unsettling and unnervingly familiar, echoing in our minds. We were torn between fear and curiosity, unsure of what to do next, as the mysterious voices continued to haunt us deeply in our minds, causing growing unease slowly. As the night wore on, the voices grew stronger, their warnings more insistent and urgent, and we knew we had to act swiftly to prevent a looming catastrophe slowly. I grabbed a flashlight, and we made a nervous run for the creaky door, determined to escape the dimly lit warehouse and its increasingly ominous, looming presence slowly. The voices were screaming now, a cacophony of terror, as we burst through the old wooden door and into the cold night air, surrounded by darkness and an eerie silence suddenly. We ran as fast as we could, not stopping until we were blocks away, gasping for breath and safety, our hearts pounding in unison with every step. We didn't stop until we were safe, huddled together in a friend's cozy living room, still shaken but alive, grateful for warmth and comfort that surrounded us slowly. The experience left us all shaken, but we knew we had to process what had happened that night and make sense of the traumatic events unfolding slowly. We realized that the voices had saved us, warning us away from danger suddenly, and we were deeply grateful for the timely warning that had come to us. As we reflected on that night, we understood that some cold mysteries are better left unsolved, and we were just grateful to be alive then. Now, when I'm alone at night, I still wonder what other secrets those frequencies hold deeply, and whether I'll ever be ready to face them again slowly.